Today we are riding our tricycles around downtown Staunton. And right now we are at the railroad overpass on Middlebrook Avenue. So get a cup of tea and settle in.
Downtown Trolley.
Well, I have my tricycle here today. Primarily, this tricycle is used for observing the optics and all that sort of thing that we do when we're out watching dragons. It's built on a Miami Sun frame, and one thing we were very proud of, I suppose, is that we each built our own individual tricycles. So from front to rear on my tricycle, I have a basket in the front, and then that is a case that carries tools that may need for any repairs that we might have to do while we're out riding about. Now, we're very fortunate because Professor Wildridge, being a very learned person in art and artistry, she is also a tricycle mechanic. So she keeps these things running smoothly. I have a headlight right here, of course, for when we're out about at night, and a bit of hand cleaner because, well, you know, watching dragons can be messy. You'll notice on the front here, I have a camera mount for a video camera. While we're out and about, sometimes we get some footage of dragons while we're riding. And also it's just fun to watch all the scenery later on after we've been out and enjoy that as well. Now up here we have a brolly, an umbrella, and dragons being what they are, of course, this brolly is flame retardant. And to that end as well, I carry a fire suppression system in the event that we get a bit too close to a fire drake. I have a bell here for signaling. And of course, mirror for checking in case the dragon's getting closer behind me than I care for it to be. I have gloves here that I wear when I'm driving. And then here's where we have a lot of the other items that are so important when we're out dragon watching. Now, while Dani Dakota her primary skills are in relocating unsociable dragons, sometimes we have to defend ourselves from those self-same unsociable dragons. So I have a dragon tranquilizer gun mounted upon my rear basket. So we don't ever seek to hurt them. However, we do try to protect ourselves as well. In this tube, excuse me, Benedict here at the top, he's always riding along with me. Ever so glad to have him with us. This is my telescope cane. I find this to be extremely helpful. So we take this off right here. Loosen this a bit. So this contains a brass telescope. It's a beautiful instrument as well as being extremely useful at the same time. Now the main telescope is right here, and Martin's sitting on that, little wyvern who enjoys watching dragons with us as well. And with this particular optic, I can see things from even further away. Which is quite useful for those larger dragons that we don't want to get too close to. Then, of course, my other optics are my binoculars. And I usually carry these about me when I'm walking around downtown watching dragons. And I have them readily accessible here in my rear basket. Of course, a spot of tea. And then I can also put my coat in here or some snacks, whatever might be helpful. Then at the rearmost, we have a lantern. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Give it a go. There we are. And this illuminates the rear of the tricycle at night.
Well, I'm Dani Dakota, and my bike is actually built on a moon cool base, opposed to Lieutenant's sun base. Of course, I have a mirror as well to check behind me, make sure I'm not being trailed by any wolf drakes. I have a horn instead of a bell, which is very loud and very loved. And then I have my basket, which originally said warning, beware dragons, but Goch decided to chew through that a bit. And on the back, we have my good friend Oi, who is my distraction sheep. He's a very good boy. I love him very much. And then we have my dragon net. I'm much more of an up-close and personal type of person instead of Leftenant Blackwolf who likes to hide in the bushes. I like to be out in the plains and actually grab the dragon's first hand. So I have my net here, which is housing Avocado at the moment, which is a lovely tiny little dragon that I have there. On my basket, I have my saddlebags, which carry different things from educational things to food to medicine, be human medicine or dragon medicine. You never know what you'll find out there. And of course, sometimes you have those dragons who don't exactly want to comply or think that you look pretty tasty. So on the back, I have my tranquilizer gun, which is completely harmless to the dragons. It just makes them a little sleepy for a little while. But for dragons who can't really get at the moment, I have my whip, which is not used to hurt the dragons or harm the dragons. Like I said in my Looking for Fog Dragons video, if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out. I use this more for a sound instead of actually any impact. Then I have my gloves. These are fireproof gloves in case you have any small young dragons who don't like being picked up, which most of them They don't like being picked up. Underneath Oi, which he doesn't seem to want to move right now, I have my ammo cans, which can hold my tranquilizers or some other equipment that I take out depending on the dragon. I have my beautiful banner with my beautiful logo and my beautiful name with my two-headed water dragon. And then of course I have my own lantern here, which lights up very, very nicely. And with all of the trikes, I noticed Lieutenant didn't say anything, we have these beautiful lights that go across our wheels for nighttime excursions, which is just great to see them spin around as we go down the road.
I'm Professor Wildridge, and this is my trike. Now, mine's a bit different than you would have seen on Leftenant Blackwolf or Dani Dakota's. I don't have a name brand, and that is because I built my bike from a kit, so piece by piece it was put together. So it is a three-wheeled bike, very similar to theirs, and I have a few different things on it. I have, of course, the bell, as we referred to before, and I have my brolly to protect me from the sun, and when we're out looking for dragons in more rainy type weather, or we say fine Welsh weather. Then in the front, I have my basket here, and I have my little friend Sage that travels with me quite a bit. And so we put all our special things in our front basket. I have my riding gloves here, which are good for riding, and in case I come across a dragon or two that I want to, interact with, I can use these as well. I have my rear view mirror to see what Dani Dakota and Leftenant Blackwolf are up to when I can't see them in front of me. And then I have the rear basket where I carry many items that we need for our adventures. Sometimes it may be food, sometimes it's tools for the bikes, or it's even equipment for other things as well. Of course, I have my banner here, which is the Dragon Appreciation Through Artistry, where we'll go and see items with dragon architecture and art and things of that nature. And of course, we had mentioned before, we have our lovely lanterns here so that while we're traveling at night, we make sure that we're very visible.
Thank you for riding along with us today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until then, happy observing. Spiders.